Hello and welcome to Master It Monday. I am your host, Maggie Carey, and today we are going to be showing you some tips and tricks that'll help you create your content with making it a lot easier. We all struggle with creating social media content, but what I have to tell you is if you're consistent and you keep up with it on a weekly basis, you will do better in your social and you'll also feel a lot less stressful when you create your content. I'm going to bring on a special guest today. I have the privilege of working with this gentleman every day when we're creating social media content for our clients. Ryan Hecht is a social media coordinator, and he's responsible for creating content for local small businesses who are really looking at streamlining their social media as well as getting more exposure for on their social media content. So here's Ryan. Hey Ryan, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you. And wearing purple, of course.
Yes.
Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We have Maria's popping by to say hello. If you missed last week, Maria was here talking to us about how she promotes her local business on social media. So make sure you go back and check that out. So today we're going to be covering a topic that's near and dear to my heart. Ryan and I have been working on a project since March called Teleprompter. Ryan, would you like to give them a little blip about the teleprompter story?
Yes. So, like how it came to be for us,
Right.
we were looking for a way to do our own social, and we were looking at kind of the strategies that we use when we work on our own social, as well as what we do for our clients. And we started to find a lot of really helpful information that we think is a great value add for all other business owners. So we started to put together this weekly newsletter type of thing, and it just kind of came to be, and we have a great flow, and we're going to go through what each piece of that looks like today and how it could be used to help you and your own social media.
Right. And look, we walk the walk and talk the talk. When we're creating our own social media for Master It Media, we're using teleprompter to develop our week's content. You could develop your content in a month chunk, which is also great. But what we tended to find was that people were struggling on a weekly basis. They didn't want to do a whole month, they wanted to do a week. So let's pop over to a presentation we're going to use today to show you about teleprompter. Now, for those of you who are not subscribers, keep in mind what you're getting today is a free edition of teleprompter. Teleprompter is a tool that you can use to generate your social media content. So, teleprompter is a weekly social media coaching email subscription designed to help businesses create engaging content with ease. And usually in the beginning, we give an intro, right, Ryan?
Yes.
So our
So
Yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
each week we'll have different prompts, and we change it up so that the ideas are always something new and something fresh. That way it's not just the same kind of content, and it'll give you a bunch of different ideas to take your social media in a bunch of different directions. So we start with an introduction that will segue into what the prompt is for that week. So Wednesday is the first day of fall. So this week we kind of focused on fall posts and had an introduction that just talks about what we're going to be talking about before we go in and give more details and ideas and tools to use.
Right. And this way what we're doing is we're setting them up for it's just like to say hi, how are you doing, right? Remember, social media is meant to be social. And we're also that way when we generate teleprompter. So here is this week's prompt. This week's prompt is about fall. Fall is coming up. The first day of fall is Wednesday. So what we're saying here is fall's here. What should your followers be aware of in your industry during fall? So, just as a point here, when you're looking at your social media, your business, what are some of the things that might be different? We had Maria Casada just on. When she was talking about fall for her, she's in tree service. So, fall is huge for tree service, but what's the differentiating factor in her business in fall that's different from summer or from winter or from the spring, right? So taking a look at fall would be great. A great thing to do this week, especially because we're talking about that first day of fall being on Wednesday. And maybe this is a time of year that your business is the most popular. Is it someplace where we talk to people who do designs for or create those, those great little giveaways, Ryan, when you go to local fairs and stuff, and people have all
Yes.
the swag to get. Well, Christmas time is a great, or the holidays are a great time for businesses to give those special things away to their current clients. Well, guess what? Because of supply and demand chains going on right now, fall is a time where those kinds of um, swag items need to be purchased now. So here we go again, right? It's that time of year. What's different for your business? And of course, we have, look, guys, I love summer, but fall, picking, pumpkin everything. If you're a fan of pumpkin spice, now's the time to shout it out. You will find that people are very vocal about their pumpkin spice or their apple pie flavors. Or going apple picking with the family, or maybe there's something you do special with your staff in the fall. And of course, you know, always providing those industry related tips to educate your followers. This is where you are engaging them, and you'll find out, are these people really fans of fall? Or are they more, you know what? Fall is not my favorite time of year. This is where you can find that out. Now, one of the things that we design the prompt specifically. Now you're looking at it and you're saying, okay, so there's 3 paragraphs here. I see that, but there's a method behind our madness, right, Ryan?
Yes. So it may look overwhelming at first, but the way that we break it down is we tell something, an idea to do that week on social media. So that could be something for the fall post is, hey, it's fall, let everyone know. We give different ideas of how you could take that and bring it to life. And then we provide an explanation on why we think the content is important. We always make sure that we come up with content that we actually know will get engagement and people will receive it well, instead of just pumping out random post ideas. We always have ideas behind what we're doing. So we share a little bit of that with you all so that you also understand the value behind what you can be creating.
Right, Ryan. And we want to make sure that you're targeted with what you're doing, right? Oh, and we've got Stephanie joining us today. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
So here, for those of you who are joining us a bit late, today we're talking about how you can use teleprompter in order to create your week's worth of content. We want to make things easy for you. Now, with teleprompter, we just went through the prompt, and you may say, oh, well, that's what they do. But wait, there's more, right, Ryan?
Yes, much
W
more.
Yeah, we didn't wanna just give one thing away, right? Because it's not enough to create a week's worth of content. So, what we've decided to do is we we wanted to make you, um, have a place to go where you're getting actual step by step, right? So the next piece is our take action. In this section, you take what we talk about, right? Now, I am a great fan to listening to presenters and reading books, but the most benefit I get is when somebody gives me some steps to follow so that I can do the next step in implementing what they teach. So in this case, we develop a step process where, okay, so step one, do this, step two, do this, Step 3, do this. So, one of the things that we implement in here, like step 3, is what is your favorite thing about autumn? Now, when you ask a question on social media, it's a great way to get more engagement, right, Ryan?
Yes, absolutely.
So how when you're looking at this prompt and you're looking at these steps, this is great. But here's the next thing. Well, one of the steps was to create a graphic. And Ryan, we just did our Canva workshop, right? We had a number of people tell us about the Canva is great, but what was one of their problems?
Not knowing how to use it and make something that's visually pleasing to post on social media.
So Ryan takes care of that for us. Look at what Ryan does for our teleprompter subscribers. Can you tell them what this is, Ryan?
So this is a Canva template. So each week I will take whatever our prompt is and I go through the take action myself and I create something that can be used by anyone. Anyone can access this and edit it for free. It's a Canva template, so you could go in and change it and say whatever you want to say, put your own business's name on it. But that big chunk of work where it's overwhelming sometimes to sit down and start it, it's started for you. So you can actually take this, tweak it a little bit, and then it's all ready to be posted on all of your social media platforms.
Right. And I love that piece of this because here's the thing. Now we you can try Canva for free. We're partners with Canva. We recommend it. Now, if you use this bit.ly link, yes, it is an affiliate link. So I want to be totally transparent about that. But we wouldn't be promoting Canva if we didn't believe in the amazing value that it gives you. And remember, you can use Canva's free version. Ryan, when you generate these, people don't have to have the paid version to use them, correct?
Correct.
So this is a way for you to get great content without having to worry about all of this. Oh my, what am I going to come up with? How am I going to do this? Right? You just take it and tweak it to make it your own. And I love that. So here our next section. So that's you've got the prompt, you've got the steps, you've got a Canva template. And now there's the next piece of this. And this is where we have some fun. I love this section, the hashtags and our upcoming holidays. These are really important because you want to make sure that you're leveraging all of those trending topics that are coming up. And by the way, we're live here. If you have questions, please make sure you give us some. Give us some information in the comments. Tell us who you are, what your business is, what your biggest struggle is on social. If you love the hashtags, if you hate the hashtags, what the heck is a hashtag? So, in this section, we talk about the upcoming holidays that are coming up. Now, okay, granted, we know Labor Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Rosh Hashanah, all of these holidays are coming up, but there are so many holidays that are coming up that people may not be aware of that it is a great way to say, "Oh, wait, I'm in this industry and they're talking about this." So let's go into a couple of these, Ryan, that we have coming up just this week, starting September 20th, 2021. At the filming of this, you've got to remember, people, these days may change. They may be the third, Monday in September. So it would change every week. So keep that in mind as we go through this if you're watching this on the replay. All right, Ryan, what do we got coming up the first part of our week?
Coming up, we have National New York Day, which is super applicable to a lot of businesses that are rooted right here in New York. So that's definitely an easy one. And like Maggie was saying, with using the trending things for each day, if you use the hashtags that correspond with that day, other people across all platforms are also going to be posting about it. So it's a great way to build that engagement from people who maybe don't necessarily follow your account. We also have IT Professionals Day for people in that tech industry, and American Business Women's Day, perfect for any female business owners and maybe business partners, perfect way to get a little more engagement and also just brag about being a strong woman business owner.
Right. And, here's the thing, you don't have to say, Happy American Businesswoman's Day, right? But what you can do is do a post and then use that hashtag and then leverage that. So, Ryan, we had a comment from Arlene. She says, I have a lot of trouble trying to write a catchy description. You are not alone. Do you have any advice for Arlene?
I've definitely been there many a time. I would say that one of my go-to strategies when I am getting that writer's block, or even sometimes it's not writer's block, it's just writers not interested in what I have to say. Like, I'll write my own content and look at it and think maybe it's not good enough. But I would say just definitely write something and then read it back, and you'll start to pick up on, oh, maybe I'll change this, maybe I'll change that. But if you write just something, anything you can come up with, it's easier to take that and turn it into something social media worthy than to put that pressure on yourself to come up with the perfect caption or the perfect post right off the bat.
Right, right. And there are some tools that are out there that can help you with this, but one of the things, just speak from your heart. Like it when you're authentic and amazing, just like you are, Arlene, that resonates more with people than those kind of um so scripted kind of thing, right? When it as long as it's you and um yourself, that really does resonate with people. Oh, Stephanie is like, I am a strong woman in business. You can, this is because I'm surrounded by such amazing people. Thank you, Stephanie. So next up, now that's the beginning of the week, but there's also more. You have the first day of fall coming up, which we mentioned is September 22nd. Energize Day. Now you can see here in this format, not only are you getting a cue that tells you, okay, this is what this day is all about, and here's some ideas to work with it. So, for example, an Energize Day, it could be, met a day of rest, relaxation, recharging. Share what you're doing to take care of yourself and not get burned out in your business, right? These are things when you give them a behind the scenes look, we're giving you tips and advice to kind of come up with some kind of thought provoking idea to get your content going. And then in addition, we give you companion hashtags. So, for example, with this, we're pulling in fall, we're pulling in the autumn equinox, we're talking about resting and relaxing and rejuvenating, self care. All of these things kind of work together in sync with your hashtags. So you don't even have to come up with hashtags for the week. And the last one that's coming up that we're highlighting is National Cooking Day. And that again, I mean, Ryan, you've seen this. You go to a restaurant, the people deliver their food, and instead of picking up their fork to eat, what's the first thing they do?
Take a
They pick up
picture.
their
I am guilty of that. But sometimes it's just such great presentation. You can't help it.
I know, but here's the thing, right? It's popular. People love to see pictures of food. Now, look, I am a Google guide, and a Google guide is somebody who has has been so contributory on Google that they have given me a level. I am at level 7. I am working towards level 8. This is I've had I'm this close to 4 million views on my photos that I've submitted to Google. Now, what does this do for me? Well, it gives me bragging rights. That's about it, right? And they sent me a pin every once in a while. They'll send you a socks, it's just fun. But the thing is, and I've got a competition going, right? Like how fast can I get to level 8, right? But here's the thing, what I'm doing is I'm walking my walk and talking my talk. I am promoting a local business. I am sharing photos about this local business and helping them. Wherever I go, I visit a place, I take a picture, I shout out the staff, I shout out, right? You want great Google reviews. So circling back to our topic, which was talking about National Cooking Day, here's a way you can kind of use it in your own life, right? Oh, Arlene said, "Thank you. You're welcome, Arlene. We're happy to help." And Stephanie, yes, I know. Woohoo. I am bragging. I'm sorry, but I am so proud of that. It's very fun. And I think, when you start seeing that your photos get featured and things like that, you're helping that other local business to promote themselves. And look, when somebody sees Maggie Carey, local guide, they know that I've been doing this for a while and I'm uh, contributing. So when I leave a review for a local business, it's valued. So consider this because you're also cross promoting yourself. Somebody would go, "Well, who the heck is this Maggie Carey person?" And guess what? It's Maggie Carey, Master at Media. So I'm also promoting my business. So, please make sure that if you have the time, check out that Google Guides stuff. It's go to a restaurant, take a picture, post it. Go to a business, take a picture, post it. You don't even have to take a picture. Leave a review. They'll love you for it. And we're always looking for reviews with Master at Media too. So make sure you pop that over. So, Ryan, now we've talked about all the days. Is that all we've got going for our teleprompter subscribers?
No, there is a lot more. We're not even done with hashtag holidays. We got the days out of the way, and now we have different weeks. So all throughout the year, there's so many different weekly observances for all different causes, industries, businesses. And we think that is also just as important as the days because, again, other businesses, other accounts will be posting about that. It'll be trending, and you can get in on that action. So this week, we highlighted National Child Passenger Safety Week, National Rehabilitation Awareness Week, and National Keep Kids Creative Week. So we try to get things that will appeal to a variety of different interests and industries and things that could be used by all of our subscribers.
And right, like this. So as you're looking at these, you might say, well, that doesn't really pertain to me, right? That may not pertain to you or your business. However, maybe it pertains to one of your clients' businesses. Hey, did you know that next week or this week is National Child Passenger Safety Week? Don't, you work with kids, right? That might be a great thing to post on your social. All these things we're all here to help each other. And I'm, I find that when you're giving of yourself in your business, and that's what we do with our social media, right, Ryan? We tell people share as many tips as you can. Share what you have in your intellectual property as much as you feel comfortable with. We do this. We're giving away so much content, but we know it's helping people. And the good comes back, right? It's giving.
Yes.
That book, The Go Giver, is a perfect example of how giving can really grow your business. Um, so the week is great, and then we have, of course, the month. So here we talk about Better Breakfast Month again, tying in to the whole food with the week, and then National Library Card Sign Up Month. So just recently, Ryan and I had met in the parking lot of our local library. We took a picture. Keep an eye on our social media because later this week, you're going to see a post with Ryan and I outside of the library. Now, I'm just talking about something totally random. I'm not talking about the library, but I am using the hashtag for the library because, again, if somebody's trending library, maybe they'll pick us up, right? It's a very cool thing, right, Ryan?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. So make sure that you're using, you can use these things to create your content. Now, Ryan, you change up the months, right? So even though they'll receive like teleprompters delivered once a week, but every every week has a different month that you're highlighting, correct?
Yes. So each week there will be 2 or 3 brand new monthly observances that are still for the same month, but it won't be the same thing you read last week because each month, so September has a few different observances and things that we celebrate at that time. So I do switch it up. So over the course of the month, after you look back on all of your teleprompters that you've received, you'll have 10 to 12 different monthly observances just for that 1 month. And then the next month comes and we do the same thing all over.
Right. And because what we found was if we gave, I mean, we are throwing it an awful lot at our subscribers, but what we've noticed is, we've got to break out that month because to say the same thing every week in the email, I think is boring. So we mixed it up a bit, and make sure that we do that. Oh, thanks, Steph. I feel like I am now asking people to give me compliments, but thank you. I appreciate you as well, Stephanie. Stephanie is a great proponent. We've met through an organization called Master Networks, and she's a great proponent of developing an amazing culture in the region, the New York region, where we're members of. So thank you for that, Stephanie. She's also works with ServPro of in Putnam. And I've got to tell you, with all the rain and everything else, this woman has been one busy lady helping people with floods in their basement. So thanks for joining us today, Stephanie. And of course, we have Donna Doria joining us, another fan of Master Networks. Ryan, I don't know, you may have known her kids. They went to the Brewster School District. So you never know.
Small world.
Yeah. So it is a small world. So we're back here with teleprompter and we've talked about the hashtags, but now we do a featured hashtag of the week. You want to tell them what this one is, Ryan?
Yeah, so every week we'll change this as well, and it'll be anything Sunday through Saturday that has a fun alliteration to it, or maybe it rhymes with that day of the week and is popular on social media. So this week we looked at Thumbs Up Thursday. So as you're going through, if you're planning out your week, you could designate, Thursday I am going to share something great that happened to me, a great review that I had, a great experience that I had. And then you're able to use that hashtag. And again, because we pick hashtags that are popular on social media, that could help other people find your account.
Right. And it's it's a fun thing to do, especially if you're looking at things like we have a life coach, Coach Glow, who joins us every once in a while on our lives. I'm sure she's watching on the replay. But here's the thing. She has some Monday motivation Monday, and she'll do that she does that every Monday. So these are things I think she does anyway. I hope I'm not speaking out of school, Glow. But those are things that you can implement into your business. You may find one that's like totally great. Like I love Testimonial Tuesday, and it's one of the things whenever I publish a testimonial, I'll do it on a Tuesday because then I take advantage of that trend. So it's not just, as you can see, you're not just using it for the upcoming week. You can use these things going forward for your business, which is really cool, right? I find that we get a lot of questions. We get a lot of questions in with our Master at Monday when we go live. By the way, for those of you who may not know, now we're not only live on Facebook and YouTube, but we're also live on LinkedIn. I'm so excited to be on LinkedIn Live now. So make sure that you shout us out if you're watching us on LinkedIn, and you can see here, you've got Steph watching us on LinkedIn. So thank you for doing that, Steph. And, we have Arlene watching us from Facebook. So we're all over the socials. And here's the thing, on all of those platforms, and our clients and meetings that I attend and workshops that I teach, one of the biggest things we get is questions. So I take one of the questions that we receive and we create a question of the week. So here's one that came up. Can I include emojis in my hashtags? Well, we don't just tell you yes or no, do we, Ryan?
Correct. We go in and we provide that detail behind why yes or why no. So, for example, for this week, it was kind of like a yes and no because a lot of platforms won't allow you to, but we explained how on Instagram you can. And we didn't just leave it at on Instagram you can. We took it even further to let people know, yes, you can, but be aware of this additional information where the hashtag with the emoji in it and without the emoji are separate. So make sure you're being careful and mindful and choosing hashtags that other people are using. That way, other people will find you.
Right, Ryan. The other thing too, we did we did talk about this once before, but we'll always be sharing information on our, in our blog posts and things like that. You've got to be careful with mixing it up with the hashtags, right? Because you have a lot is great. If the hashtag has a lot, that's good. If the hashtag has a little, that's good too. So, um, can you let them know? Because we did a social media post on this. Let them know a little bit about the concept of the hashtag, like using a little and a lot and mixing it up.
Yes. So it's great to use a lot of hashtags and to change them up a little bit. You will find that certain hashtags are super, super popular and have millions or even billions of other users using those hashtags. And those are great because that gets you a lot of exposure really quickly. But it's also good to use hashtags that are still popular, but maybe don't have the millions or billions of different people using it, maybe somewhere more in the tens of thousands, because then you'll see that you'll stay relevant at the top of that hashtag for a little bit longer because less people are using it. So it's great to have those really popular hashtags for that quick burst of engagement, but to also use a few hashtags that are still popular and people are still going to be using them and searching for them, but maybe because they're not as popular, after that quick burst of engagement, you'll see that you'll kind of ride that out a little bit longer through the varying hashtags that you're using.
Right. And there is a school of thought where some are, like ideally in the posts that do best on Instagram have 7 hashtags. You can use up to 30. You have to you have to do what's right for you and your business. So make sure that when you're doing this, that you're looking and when you post something, look at your content and make sure, and your analytics, and see what happens. If you notice you're using 30 hashtags, you get great stuff, then use 30 hashtags, right? Simple. um Now there is even more. So Ryan, what is a cool tech tip?
So the cool tech tip is an online tool that can be used to help you with creating your content or managing your social media or coming up with content. So for this week, we did LastPass, which is great for if you have all of your social media accounts and you're the kind of person like I am, who's always forgetting your passwords. And every time you log in, you have to do forgot my password and get the email and confirm it. No more of that, because this is great because you can keep all of your stuff in one vault and it'll remember those hashtags for you. And it's just a great tool and a time saver in case you are that person who has to log out and log into different profiles and you just always tell yourself, oh, I will never forget that. And then we always do. I represent that community. I know that it's so easy to tell yourself you'll remember. So
Yeah.
LastPass is a great tool to
And
combat that.
it's perfect if you have a team of people, maybe somebody who's helping you with your social media, that you want to give them access, but you don't want to release your password. If you have an admin, things like that, where you can give them access, give them access temporarily. Sometimes people have that thing, Ryan, when they do an Instagram takeover, right? You
Yes.
can This is a great tool for that as well. And these are the things that we put in teleprompter. I've got 35 years experience in IT. So let me tell you something. I know a lot of stuff about and a lot of tools. And I'm also addicted to looking up new technologies because I just love to see what people are doing with tech. Um, and if I find something that's making my life easier, I really hope that it will help other people, um, with with their business and their social media, or it may not even be like this one. Technically, it doesn't even have to be about social media, right, Ryan? It could be just using your computer.
Yeah.
Um, so here's our roadmap. All right, with teleprompter, we provide you a prompt that has content ideas. We give you action steps to create that content. We give you a Canva template that's a customizable graphic, and then we give you a whole bunch of bonus tips. Those hashtags are so robust. You've got the tech tip, you've got the Q&A, and we forgot to mention with the Q&A, you can even submit your own question to be included. Oftentimes, we'll also shout out a business in their in their in our teleprompter for somebody who has created something with our template or created something with using one of the prompts, because we want other people to see how somebody was able to use it, so that hopefully they'll be able to implement that and use it going forward. So I always feel like this is it's also a way to thank that business and giving them a shout out. um, so here's teleprompter. It's a low monthly cost. You subscribe, you get it delivered to you. You can get help you create that engaging content. You get weekly coaching, monthly workshops. As I mentioned, we just did a Canva workshop on how to create basics of Canva. It was get creative with Canva, and it was Canva basics for social media. Now that one was done, but you can sign up and get the whole series. We've got more coming up, and you just go to this website, masteritmedia.com/showtime, and you can register or sign up for teleprompter, and you get the workshops included for free with your subscription. And again, that's a give back to our teleprompter. It's a benefit of being a teleprompter subscriber. um, and don't take our word for it, right, Ryan?
Yeah.
So you have here, Rob Genovese, teleprompter's amazing. Weekly emails filled with excellent content. Nancy Stingone, whenever she's stuck, teleprompter always comes through. And Susanna, who said, I'm super excited about this. Thank you for all you're offering. This is what we'd love to hear. So if you're a teleprompter subscriber, make sure you leave us some love below in the comments. Tell us what you like about it so that other people who are watching this video can find out. One of the reasons I decided to create this video about teleprompter was because we were getting a lot of people who were just confused about what it was, because it contains so much, right, Ryan?
Yes. A lot.
So, this will give you a feel for what you can do with teleprompter. We've given you this gift of a free edition so that you can pilot test it and see how you can create your own content. Now, granted, you don't get the Canva template, but if you email me, I'll be more than happy to send it your way. You can try you can try Canva for free by going to bit.ly.com/MIM Canva, and that'll give you an opportunity to use Canva, which is an amazing tool. And they have a whole bunch of free templates that are sitting in there. And make sure that you give us a buzz. Let us know what your burning social media question is. You never know, because here with Master at Media, we will take those questions, and we'll turn it into a Master It Monday video. Now, on Master It Monday, I help businesses with providing education on creating their social media content, with using social media tools, and also with answering those burning questions that they have. So when you are looking at creating your content for the week, make sure you stop by on a Monday at 2 o'clock. Again, we're on Facebook Live, we're on YouTube Live, and now we're on LinkedIn Live. So join us every Monday at 2 o'clock with Master It Media. I want to thank Ryan for joining me today and for all the work he's doing with Master It Media and with Teleprompter. He is a valued employee, and we appreciate all of his great insight. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you for having me.
Sure thing. And as you notice, he is wearing purple because,
Yes.
So join us next Monday at Master It Monday, and we will see you next Monday, 2 o'clock Eastern. And remember, at Master It Media, what are we doing, Ryan? We're here.
Taking the commotion out of your promotion.
That is right. Have a great day, everyone.